Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Oilers taking on the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Breaks through the contact, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go, start. 19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
He'll start on the ground here on first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. When you look at this defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
70 Lions.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Hey.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw here. For Kidder here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Start.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Set up. Trap 60. Trap 60.
He'll look to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. first down. He'll drop to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
The Jets at 10-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing.
Now the ball comes loose. And the defense has come up with it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Let's go! Cougar 19, Dragon 60.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Second and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 4 yards out.
And the Oilers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
On the jump.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Come on.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Let's go now. 19.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Down. Panther 60. Panther 60.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Get it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
70 Lions.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready. Viking 18.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Dragon 60.
They'll drop the throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Jets, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Come on, come on.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Hold the ready. Let's go now.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Cowboy 80.
They're going to try and throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Oilers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one deep into the landing zone, returnable from the 2-yard line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Down, go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Get it. 6, ready.
Back to throw again. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Going quickly out to the right side. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Oilers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Aubrey now for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And this is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should ought to have a few men in the box there.
Taken down at the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Come on. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Okay, break. Check. Cowboy 80.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up. Set. Roll. Bronco 80.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Well, and that is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The Jets on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Panther 60. 70 Ranger. 19 tight. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On the set.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, and that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep.
So for Houston, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, where the blind was a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS.